We were surrounded by 1,000 candles ablaze from the setting sun. And the lake below shimmered and reflected light, magenta, and cinnamon warmth. This place of glowing beauty and luminous breath. This is home. This is home. Whatever your origin, every one of us are born with an allure to nature, a sense of homecoming. Some may need to bring it into the light and dust it off, but it's there, as certain as the hearts that beat inside our chest. Scientists call this biophilia. They theorize we have this universal genetic human connection because 99% of our evolutionary history is closely connected to nature. By immersing in nature, we connect to one of the largest resources of human superpower. Science is finally agreeing with the poets that nature isn't just a source of peace and inspiration. Its infusion is critical to innovation, cognitive development, creative solutions, health, and yes, our survival. By accessing nature's potential, you enhance your own, reaping benefits in the present and future. Your guide to enhanced engagement with nature includes 4 key practices. All of the practices are transferable to other areas in your life. When you quiet the constant chatter and engage fully with nature, with creative influence, you can tap into all the benefits it offers. The way you see and experience the world can dramatically improve. Science demonstrates nature experience can improve our memory, math skills, communication, and immunity. It can increase energy, intuition, concentration, accelerate healing, reduce stress, blood pressure, improve sleep, bolster generosity, and induce cooperation. Exposure to nature can lower crime rates, improve our creativity and problem-solving skills. It increases our rational thought process, focus, and builds emotional strength. It's no accident some of the greatest innovations and discoveries have occurred during walks in nature. Some discoveries have close ties to nature and even mimic nature. And yet, despite this remarkable information, we're spending 90% of our lives indoors. 90%. And of that 10% we're spending outside, much of that is commuting. It's not necessarily being in nature. So we need to make that time count and really be aware of our quality time outdoors. And yet, our ADD society isn't really conducive of this. We're barreling through our nature adventures the way we barrel through life. We are less engaged physically, emotionally, mentally with our surroundings, which is deeply affecting our awareness and our health. In some First Nation traditions, Vision Quest requires an individual or youth, in rite of passage, often without supplies, to leave the community, venturing into nature to seek purpose in life, their role in the universe, linked to creation and the Creator. Immersed in wilderness, visions and clarity emerge. One key is being removed from distraction. During this time, they come to recognize their nourishment and shelter. The source isn't the elders who gathered the food and built the shelter. The source is really nature. Survival is directly connected to nature, and they gain new respect for their surroundings and form an intimate relationship with nature. Many people believe artists are born with a brush in our hand and a unique vision. In reality, much of what we evolve are practices to develop skill, dexterity, observation, and technique. We train the way an athlete would. And some say the act of art is natural ability and observation combined with application. We simply interpret what we see. The idea that art is based on visual capability alone is false. In fact, the ability to create goes much deeper, beginning before brushes are ever sought. And as a nature artist, this begins with a connection to the wild. You can strengthen your outdoor experience by implementing simple practices. Deepen your connection to wilderness, and you reap the benefits now and for years to come. We need to start at the beginning, and that's awakening a sense of belonging in nature. Step 1. Mindfulness and meditation. The more mindful, the higher quality of engagement. Mindfulness and meditation contribute to reduced stress, increased focus, increased cell longevity, cognitive function, and memory. Daily practice is your foundation. Step 2. Amplify emotional connection. Engage all your senses in order to enhance physical, mental, emotional experiences. In order to interpret and share, artists expose, expand, and enhance emotional content. Exhilaration, peace, thrill, excitement, serenity. Employ all of your senses: tactile, touch, sense what foods you take in, what you see, the sounds you hear. The sound of your footfall on your favorite trail run will sound completely different after a rainfall than in the dry season. Leave your camera at home. Take a notebook. On your next excursion, note your feelings and how they translate to your energy and body. What is influencing you right now in this moment? Pay attention to sense, temperature, and motion in the wind. Step 3. Perception. Observing environment. We build our knowledge data banks as we grow by identifying objects. In art, this automatic labeling does us a disservice. Lose that label and observe the landscape in total immersion of shape, line, color, contrast, shadow, light, and motion. Kind of song would the motion of the wind in the wild grass be? How would you describe the sound to a deaf person? How would you describe the scene to a blind person? Seek pattern and look for repetitive pattern of shape in nature. Try observing through blurry vision by squinting your eyes. Embody the curiosity of a child. Children are natural explorers. See yourself close up in the landscape, and then slowly your view draws away to encompass the landscape further until you are a tiny dot. How are you connected and related to your surroundings? Visualize you are rooted as the trees and connected in universal belonging. Step 4. Solo. Spend time alone in nature, if it's safe for you to do so. Being immersed in nature is an intimate personal conversation, and sometimes it's difficult to hear and focus on that conversation among the busyness of others. We really need that incubating time. Try your own experiment. For 1 week, immerse yourself in nature daily with no agenda aside from your normal activities. No electronics or cameras, just simply be. Look upon the same ground with eyes anew. Pause can hold promise to peace and open hearts and wonder. Observe what unfolds. Be present and mindful. From where you stand, what beckons you? What dreams take root and flourish? What freedoms do you give thanks for?